Hello children, how are you? I hope you all are hale and hearty. Well, I'm Satinder Kaur and today I'll be taking up lesson 7 of economics for class 10 and the name of the lesson is Lifelines of National Economy. Children, we use different materials and services in our daily life. Some of these are available in our immediate surroundings while other requirements are met by bringing things from other places. But goods and services do not move from supply locations to demand locations on their own. Some people are engaged in facilitating these movements. These are known to be traders who make the products available to the consumers by transportation. The pace of development of a country depends on the production of goods and services as well as their movement over space. Therefore, efficient means of transport are prerequisites for fast development. In this lesson, you will see how modern means of transport and communication serve as lifelines of our nation and its modern economy. So let's start. Movement of these goods and services can be over 3 important domains of our earth, that is land, water and air. Based on these, transport can also be classified into land, water and air transport. For a long time, trade and transport were restricted to a limited space. With the development in science and technology, the area of influence of trade and transport expanded far and wide. Today, the world has been converted into a large village with the help of efficient and fast-moving transport. Transport has been able to achieve this with the help of equally developed communication system. Therefore, transport, communication and trade are complementary to each other. Today, India is well linked with the rest of the world despite its vast size, diversity and linguistic and socio-cultural plurality. Railways, airways, waterways, newspapers, radio, television, cinema and internet, etc. have been contributing to its socio-economic progress in many ways. The trades from local to international levels have added to the vitality of its economy. It has enriched our life and added substantially to growing amenities and facilities for the comforts of life. Now, let's move ahead and talk about 3 major modes of transport one by one. Let's first talk about roadways. India has one of the largest road networks in the world, aggregating to about 56 lakh kilometers. In India, roadways have preceded railways. They still have an edge over railways in view of the ease with which they can be built and maintained. The growing importance of road transport vis-a-vis rail transport is rooted in the following reasons. First, construction cost of roads is much lower than that of railway lines. Second, roads can traverse comparatively more dissected and undulating topography. Roads can negotiate higher gradients of slopes and as such can traverse mountains such as the Himalayas. Next, road transport is economical in transportation of few persons and relatively smaller amount of goods over short distances. It also provides door-to-door service, thus the cost of loading and unloading is much lower. Last but not the least, Road transport is also used as a feeder to the other modes of transport, such as they provide a link between railway stations, air and seaports. In India, roads are classified in the following 6 classes according to their capacity. Look at the map of the national highways and find out about the significant role played by these roads. First, we'll talk about Golden Quadrilateral Superhighways. The government has launched a major road development project linking Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, Mumbai and Delhi by 6-lane superhighways. The north-south corridors linking Srinagar and Kanyakumari and east-west corridor connecting Silchar and Porbandar are part of this project. The major objective of these superhighways is to reduce the time and distance between the mega cities of India. These highway projects are being implemented by the National Highway Authority of India, known as NHAI. Next, we have National Highways. National highways link extreme parts of the country. These are the primary road systems and are laid and maintained by the Central Public Works Department. A number of major national highways run in north, south and east-west directions. The historical Sher Shah Suri Marg is called National Highway Number 1 between Delhi and Amritsar. Next, we'll talk about state highways. Roads linking a state capital with different district headquarters are known as state highways. These roads are constructed and maintained by the State Public Works Department in state and union territories. Then there are district roads. These roads connect the district headquarters with other places of the district. These roads are maintained by the Zilla Parishad. Other roads include rural roads which link rural areas and villages with towns are classified under these categories. These roads received special impetus under the Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana. Under this scheme, special provisions are made so that every village in the country is linked to a major town in the country by an all-season motorable road. Apart from these, Border Roads Organization, a Government of India undertaking, constructs and maintains roads in the bordering areas of the country. This organization was established in 1960 for the development of the roads of strategic importance in the northern and northeastern border areas. These border roads have improved accessibility in areas of difficult terrain and have helped in the economic development of these areas. Children, roads can also be classified on the basis of the type of material used for their construction, such as metalled and unmetalled roads. Metal roads may be made of cement, concrete, or even bitumen of coal. Therefore, these are all-weather roads. Unmetalled roads go out of use in the rainy season. Children, that was all about roadways. Now let's move ahead and talk about railways. Railways are the principal mode of transportation for freight and passengers in India. Railways also make it possible for people to conduct multifarious activities like business, sightseeing, pilgrimage, along with transportation of goods over long distances. Apart from an important means of transport, the Indian Railways have been a great integrating force for more than 150 years. Do you know, children, the Indian Railways is the largest public sector undertaking in the country? The first train steamed off from Mumbai to Thane in 1853, covering a distance of 34 kilometers. Railways in India bind the economic life of the country as well as accelerate the development of the industry and agriculture. The Indian Railway is now reorganized into 16 zones. The distribution pattern of the railway network in the country has been largely influenced by physiographic, economic, and administrative factors. The northern plains, with their vast level land, high population density, and rich agricultural resources, provided the most favorable condition for their growth. However, a large number of rivers requiring construction of bridges across their wide beds posed some obstacles. In the hilly terrains of the peninsular region, railway tracks are laid through low hills, gaps, or tunnels. The Himalayan mountainous regions too are unfavorable for the construction of railway lines due to high relief, sparse population, and lack of economic opportunities. Likewise, it was difficult to lay railway lines on the sandy plain of western Rajasthan, swamps of Gujarat, forested tracts of Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, and Jharkhand. The contiguous stretch of Sahyadri could be crossed only through gaps or passes. In recent times, the development of the Konkan Railway along the west coast has facilitated the movement of passengers and goods in this most important economic region of India. It has also faced a number of problems such as sinking of track in some stretches and landslides. Today, the railways have become more important in our national economy than all other means of transport put together. However, rail transport suffers from certain problems as well. Many passengers travel without tickets. Thefts and damaging of railway property has not yet stopped completely. People stop the trains, pull the chains unnecessarily, and this causes heavy damage to the railway. Think over it, children, how we can help our railway in running as per the scheduled time. Now, let's move ahead and talk about pipelines. Pipeline transport network is a new arrival on the transportation map of India. In the past, these were used to transport water to cities and industries. Now, these are used for transporting crude oil, petroleum products, and natural gas from oil and natural gas fields to refineries, fertilizer factories, and big thermal power plants. Solids can also be transported through a pipeline when converted into slurry. The far inland locations of refineries like Barauni, Mathura, Panipat, and gas-based fertilizer plants could be thought of only because of pipelines. Initial cost of laying pipelines is high, but subsequent running costs are minimal. It rules out transshipment losses or delays. There are three important networks of pipeline transportation in the country. First, from oil field in Upper Assam to Kanpur via Guwahati, Barauni, and Allahabad. It has branches from Barauni to Haldia via Rajband to Maurigram, and Guwahati to Siliguri. Second, from Salaya in Gujarat to Jalandhar in Punjab via Viramgam, Mathura, Delhi, and Sonipat. It has branches to connect Koyali near Vadodara in Gujarat, Chakshu, and other places. Third, gas pipeline from Hazira in Gujarat connects Jagdishpur in Uttar Pradesh via Vijaypur in Madhya Pradesh. It has branches to Kota in Rajasthan, Shahjahanpur, Babrala and other places in Uttar Pradesh. So children, with this we come to the end of today's video. I'm sure you liked it and got to know a lot about various means of transport and communication in India. You also learnt about how they boost the trade and serve as lifelines of our nation and its modern economy. That's all for today. I'll be back with some more interesting videos. Till then, stay healthy, stay happy.